Hey guys, so yeah, quite a view, eh? It's pretty nice. Winter has its charms of the sun being quite low. Oh, it's not technically winter yet, I guess. Quite far off, in fact. But I've just been thinking about the way things could be, and not particularly ideologically or even just idealistically, but just like how simply things could be better. And how we can make them better. I mean, I've talked about how you can make things better for yourself and stuff. But yeah, just imagine when, imagine what it was like last year. People always complained about life being shit and stuff. But last year, compared to this year, wasn't really that bad. Imagine being able to go out with your mates and just go clubbing, get pissed, and yeah, just I don't know, yeah, all that stuff. Imagine being able to, go on holiday and see the world a bit without, having to wear a muzzle everywhere or being put under house arrest for 2 weeks whenever you travel anywhere. All these things. Imagine just being able to peruse, the things in your local shop, because a lot of people used to enjoy shopping, it was lovely. It was. I guess some people it still is nice. But yeah, imagine, being able to peruse, things at your shop, like smell the bread at the bakery or whatever, and not feel like a common criminal. It's funny, people were actually doing that up until July the 24th, weren't they? And no one judged you. I mean, even back in the height of the lockdown, back in late March, early April, there was definitely a small minority of people who were wearing masks in the shops. Even though people were so scared and everyone was just loved the lockdown so much, they didn't even think to, wear a mask or whatever. Just like all these restrictions on our lives, they weren't here last year, and I just don't want people to lose sight of that. Lose sight of, things being at least normal. I'm not even talking about, substantially improving things beyond what they were in 2019. It wasn't perfect, it wasn't great, but it was pretty good, People enjoyed themselves. But right now, things are not okay, for most people. Most people are not happy. They might pretend they're happy. You might have had a few days over the summer when you were happy, it felt like things were almost normal again. You could go out and have a nice meal for half price or whatever. You didn't really have to wear a mask, apart from maybe in the shops and on buses, but that was kind of introduced later in the summer. Just imagine all these things, guys. That is, I'm just trying to, remind people of, of how to be more naturally a human. Because this new normal, it's not natural, it's not normal. And I just really fear that people are just becoming completely indoctrinated. I mean, like school kids, they all got to wear masks, they got to stay away from their mates, they got to stay in the same classroom, they can't socialise. They're being told about all these things, wear a mask, self-isolate, all that. And it's just really messing up humanity, I think. It's happening all over the world and it's really scary. But when it comes to this, you gotta stick to the positive things. Use Sweden as an example of a shining light of relative freedom. I know they had a few restrictions. I think they shut down their equivalent of sixth form, and they had a fairly high limit on gatherings. But yeah, apart from that, no masks, no rule of six, no house arrest, nothing like that. And they're fine, and they're continuing to be fine, apart from getting into care homes. But that's happened in a lot of places. If it hadn't got into care homes, their death rate would be fuck all. Just hang on to that sense of normality, guys, because things can be better, things could be better, and hopefully they will be better. But you're probably going to have to really want it, because they're not just going to give it to you. Boris Johnson isn't just going to wake up one day and say, "Oh fuck it, let's get rid of these restrictions." There's no point, because he's dug himself into a hole. and yeah, people in high places are, exploiting this principle, the lockdown that he's adopted. He's a poor leader, like I said yesterday. He's a poor leader, and yeah, this isn't the way things have to be. There is an alternative. There is an alternative, and yeah, just chin up, guys. Things can be different, and they will be different.